Back here with the QSC 8.2. So one of the things that I forgot to mention as a major change in physical appearance is the lack of a visible fan. So this one here, you know, when it's hot, you can see the fan running. This one here, there is no visible fan. So it's probably in there, it's probably running, but we can't be 100% sure. It does look like they added a nice big heat sink back here for the power supply. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead with the microphone test. So I have both wires hooked into the microphone. I'm going to have these at 12 o'clock in both positions, and I'll switch the microphone from one to the other. Now, you know, on the old QSC, there's a dip switch to switch it from line to mic. On the new QSC, however, we got to go into the main menu settings. And so in order to do so, it's going to blur it out because overexposure is a thing. So let's see if I can't get that to be a better angle. How about if I switch the camera around to the other side? No, it's not going to let me switch it during recording. Alright, so if I was editing this video, I would take the time to show you, but I'm going to switch it from line A to switch to microphone. Yes. Alright, now you can see that the light has come on. So there is still a physical light letting you know. And so here's how we're going to do this sound test. I'm going to walk out of the room with the QSCs. And I'm going to go ahead into another room. I think you've seen this room before if you watched my other microphone test. And so we got the handy dandy decibel meter. So on my tablet, go ahead with a 50 decibel value, just me talking into it. So that's where our main start's going to be. And so here I am, I've got brick walls, block walls, drywall, and all the other type things. So you can see how far we'll be going into the other room in order to test this microphone and just kind of see what kind of power. And once again, I have the settings at 12 noon, and it is set to microphone, not line in. Now, when I did this in test the other day with the main QSC, I did get immediate feedback because it is certainly a loud speaker. But I'm going to walk into the other room before I turn the mic on. You can hear me clicking it on. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here is the QSC K8. Decibel meter. This is me speaking at 12 o'clock on the microphone setting. So it looks like we got a pretty good volume out of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch this microphone over to the, first I'll turn off the mic to line setting, just to go ahead and reset that back, turn the volume down. Oh yeah, definitely nice to have those physical clips keeping that in place. Alright, so I've switched it over to the k8.1, and we're going to go back into the same room. And again, both at 12 o'clock, so we have about the exact same level here. Both set to the microphone setting to boost performance of that microphone. So, not only do you have the physical dip switch on the 8.1, but you also do still have the light. So it is pretty nice to have both indicators. And so as I go to test this one, I will point you at the decibel meter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the K8.1. And so it seems that we've lost a few decibels, and certainly, you know, as I look at this speaker, it is much more powerful and there is much more headroom on it, which is super important when using the microphone. Okay, and so another important difference, and this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to demonstrate because I have to actually shut down the decibel meter. It's not going to be something that I'm going to be able to use for this one. But as I test the volume of the line input or the RCAs on the K8 and compare that to the 1/8 inch jack on the k8.2, which I do kind of prefer the 8.2. It is certainly something that if I forgot my 1/8" jack at home, chances are that would be something that people would have in their car. You know, it also has a much more wide range of options in terms of equalizers built in. So let me go ahead and just get some music playing, and we'll go into the other room. You know what I feel like something a little bit more upbeat. So let's try this one out. And again, this is the k8.2. 12 o'clock setting. And I'm all the way on the other side of the garage. So that's enough of that. Give you a little chance to see what the k8.2 is doing. And so, once again, I do have to switch to the RCA jacks on the k8.1, and let's start that song over from the beginning, and the same thing, set to about 12 o'clock. Now I did just notice that as I walked back here, this is kind of an interesting thing because I didn't notice this before I walked away, but I had actually hit the limit on the k8.2, and that was only at 12 o'clock. So having full volume on the RCAs versus having full volume on the 1/8" input, I had a ton of headroom. I mean, it was like, it sounded not nearly as loud on the k8.2, but then again, I wasn't hitting the limiter, so that is an interesting little fact. I wish that I had been able to operate my sound meter so I could give you actual definitions of, you know, 70.25 decibels or whatever, but what we came up here should give you a good idea of exactly what the sound is and what's, you know, available to you in terms of headroom on the k8.2. So there's my demonstration on that one. We'll see you out there. Have a good day. Peace.